Right now, America only has one political party focused on issues that actually impact the lives of the voters, and another that has maybe inhaled a little too much gas.
No one is coming for your gas stove.
So naturally, they decided gas-powered stoves racist and have to go.
First Lady Jill Biden getting roasted online for this photo of her cooking on the very thing that the administration was looking to ban.
You can't make that up. No, you can make stuff up. And that's what they're doing there all day long. So the last thing before we go tonight, all about gaslighting. If you watched Fox News in the last 24 hours, you might think that the U.S. government is coming for your gas stove. That is a new and absolutely ridiculous one.
It is a day ending in Y, so there's another freak out going on over at Fox News. They are very, very agitated, but I'm sure this time there's a legitimate concern.
President Biden is coming to take away your gas stove. His jackbooted thugs are outside your door right now, ready to trample on your God-given right to heat food over a small blue flame. Now, obviously, none of that is actually true.
New York is now the first state to ban natural gas and other fossil fuels in most of its new buildings.
The right-wing freakout over the use of gas stoves is merely the latest in a long series of made-up culture war battles designed to enrage and rile up their right-wing and paranoid base.
Now they're coming for our stoves. You gotta be kidding me. Let consumers decide. The government should not be telling us how to cook our food.
Do you remember the banning of gas stoves?
The conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a huge conspiracy theory about that on the right, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
They thought, you know, somehow they came up with this wild idea.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, your gas stove may be bye-bye.
Joe Biden's climate change agenda now targeting your kitchen.
Biden's coming for your gas stove. A ban on your gas stove.
Ban gas-powered stoves.
The White House is now attempting to ban all gas ovens.
Ron DeSantis is going to protect my gas stoves.
I do think it's funny, the absolute utter Republican meltdown where they're like, you can take my gas stove or my cold dead hands, or how dare you talk about gas stoves.
The Biden administration is not coming to take your gas stove. But if you watch and believe Fox or other conservative media outlets, that's exactly what you think is happening.
Okay, now, as a rule of thumb, anytime you see them going crazy about something on Fox News, you've got about an 80% chance it's just outright nonsense.
It's not just the talking heads on Fox. All week, right-wing politicians have been pushing the same nonsense.
Senator Manchin, Joe Manchin, he's slamming the administration's plan to ban new gas stoves. In a statement, Manchin said, the federal government has no business telling American families how to cook their dinner. Yes, sir.
While some parties are gaslighting on this one, I can safely report it is not the White House.
And the fact that they've chosen something as nonsensical as a made-up ban on gas stoves illustrates just how much contempt the right has for its base.
They've created this culture that's receptive to these lies.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis joined the fray, tweeting yesterday a version of the Don't Tread on Me Gadsden flag with a gas stove on it. Yesterday, Jim Jordan, Republican congressman, tweeted the conservative movement's new alliterative slogan, Gods, guns, gas stoves.
The Republican Party has become addicted to this culture of lies and conspiracy theories that they have fomented, right? And so they know that there is a substantial number of people in the country, in their party, who they can convince that this is true and that it will enrage those people.
Now, I could spend time debunking this ridiculous talking point by explaining how no one is actually coming to take your stove.
U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission considering a nationwide ban on gas stoves.
Midterms, you have people like Chuck Grassley, who should know better, wandering around Iowa talking about how FBI, the IRS was going to come bursting through the doors of small businesses across Iowa like Gestapo agents, and because there had been some discussion about increasing the IRS's budget a little bit.
The New York Times is lauding the agency's new $80 billion funding, which is nearly 6 times what the agency's current budget is.
There had been some discussion about increasing the IRS's budget a little bit.
nearly 6 times what the agency's current budget is.
A little bit.
The new tax policy will result in 1.2 million new audits per year, with over 710,000 of those new audits falling on taxpayers making $75,000 or less.
However, they don't deny that it will impact the working class.
So they know that there is a substantial number of people in the country, in their party, who they can convince that this is true.
So I'm certain you and I will be able to drive through parts of the country 10 years from now, and people will be saying, do you remember back when Joe Biden was in office and they tried to take away our gas stoves?
And they keep trying this stuff. I'm here as a friend, telling them.
You're no friend.
Grow the blank
to these
up.
people.
Grow up. You need to start winning elections again. Grow up.
They can't hear you.
Yeah, I know they can't.
They have these
It's
little
desperate.
earmuffs on.
I'm like Horton.
Little munchkins with earmuffs.
I'm like Horton. I want just one.
They're squeezing the ears really hard.
La 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 la. I am not listening to Jeffrey, but he's still talking. I am not listening to you.